conclusion is about this.
See, anybody in my family before they ventured into education, I would invariably get their aptitude test done, because that kind of gives you a better understanding of what you are good at. See, for you to choose a profession, you need three things. Maybe it is late because you have already selected this, but while we are at it, might as well talk about it. You need three things. One is you got to figure out what you are good at.
Okay.
Second is what you like, because this is like getting married. Once you get into a profession, you are going to do it for next 35, 40 years. So you may be good at something, but that does not mean that you should get locked into something that you can't enjoy. So that's the second attribute of choosing a profession. The third one is whether you like it or not, eventually your family expects certain standard of living, and therefore it has a monetary reflection. Your success, your profession has a monetary reflection. So what you choose has to get you a certain level of livelihood in the society. So these are three things. What I'm saying is that's history now. As far as the students and the freshers of this course is concerned, this is history. So I'm not getting into that. What you need to understand is, for success, qualification is not required. It's not a prerequisite. Your qualification is also not a measure of your accomplishment. Your accomplishment in a course is a scholastic accomplishment. The day you step out of an institute or a college or a university, that's history. There are some professions which are scholastic. Like, let's say you get into research. These are scholastic professions, where you're working alone with things or books, or if you're a programmer, if you're a coder, these are scholastic professions. But the other professions, which are the professional part of this business world, they're not scholastic. They are based on your skills. It's like ability to swim, ability to play cricket. It's like saying, अगर ऐसा बॉल आवे तो बैट आपकी 47 डिग्रीज में होनी चाहिए, और ऐसी आवे तो 63 डिग्रीज में होनी चाहिए. ये थियरी है भैया. आपने कभी बैट पकड़ी है क्या हाथ में? सामने से जब बॉल आ रहा है तब आपकी फटती है क्या? तो आप ये 43 और 67 बोल के फायदा क्या है? You understand?
Yeah.
So you can know everything by heart, but issue is, if you have never been able to use it in certain profession, it doesn't work. So what works? What are the prerequisites for a success? I've just made some bullet points so that I don't forget. So allow me to read some.
Yeah.
What you need is first a burning desire. Burning desire to be somebody. You need a burning desire to learn things. You need a burning desire to be better than everybody else around. That's the singular driving force which will take you to the success. If you don't have this, and if you have everything else, I don't think you will be eventually successful. The second is, you need to have the inherent talent for it. Nature makes us differently. So you got to figure out what you're good at, and those things come to you very, very easy. Now, once you have these two things, then you're talking about channelizing all your energies in a particular fashion. So you make it a priority. You're talking about your ability to take risks. Success does not come to you sitting at home. You got to take risks. You should be ready to make a fool of yourself. So when I joined this course at the age of 51, I was ready to make a fool of myself. Because anybody would have said कि तेरे को क्या जरूरत क्या थी? कैसे पास होगा? बच्चे पास नहीं होते फुल टाइम पढ़ाई करके, और आप इसके अंदर गए क्यों? So you need to have the appetite to take risks. You also need opportunity. Everybody, just by hard work, everybody doesn't become successful. You need opportunity. Now, if you don't have opportunities, you have to create opportunity. That means you need to network better. You need to get in touch with people who are successful. And the last thing is, you need some amount of mentorship. Otherwise, you could be banging your head against a wall. There is no door, you don't know it, and you're banging yourself. It doesn't work. Somebody has to tell you that first, idhar nahi, idhar jao. This is the way to go. Now, you guys, when you are on social media and you are bumping into each other and joking and passing time, I'm saying, look, guys, here is an opportunity. Social media allows you to get into anybody's house, for that matter. You go on to LinkedIn, and from Barack Obama to Modi, you can make friends with anybody. Okay, you can make friends with anybody if you stick around. And if they watch you and if they see you doing right things, having your priorities right. This is not possible without social media, without LinkedIn, without Facebook. This is not possible. Today it's possible, my dear friends. Why are you wasting your time sharing memes and cracking some faltu jokes and Instagram and this and that? If you are profession, career oriented, then these are opportunities that have come your way. So what I'm saying is, qualification is not a prerequisite, but it is important. It is important because it's a gate pass. So once you got that, then only you get the entry. Once you get the entry, the issue is, what do you do? That's what matters. It's like, I think I spoke to you loosely between you and my chat, that it's like a dog chasing a car. गाड़ी के पीछे कुत्ते लग जाते हैं. So a dog is chasing the car. Now, suppose I stop the car and give the key to the dog. Can the dog drive my car?
Never.
Why is it chasing? So likewise, if you guys are chasing a qualification, पास होना है, ये हैक मारो, वो हैक मारो, इधर से लाओ, ये वीडियो है, यहाँ के रेडीमेड आंसर्स मिल गए, जो भी है, MCQ लाओ, वो लाओ, ये क्लास की नोट लाओ, वो क्लास की नोट लाओ. Issue is you got the qualification. Now, do you know after that what to do? So when I see you guys chasing all these exams, I see you as dogs chasing the car. I see so many people running coaching classes and so many guys giving hacks on the YouTube. अभी इन्होंने कभी खुद काम किया नहीं. इंडस्ट्री में क्या लगता है वो पता नहीं, वो आपको क्या बताएंगे? वो एग्जाम कैसी हैक करनी हुई सिखा रहे हैं आपको. अभी पास हुआ है, 2 साल में उन्होंने कोचिंग क्लास निकाल दिया. तो सिखाते क्या है? This is a professional course. This is not a scholastic course. If I get a accounts clerk or a storekeeper, उसको क्या काम करना है पता है? उसका स्किल मेरे पास मेजरेबल है, मैं उसको काम दूंगा, बोलूंगा ये करके बता, आता है तो बैठ जा. If I get a welder fitter, मेरे को 15,000 देने पड़ेंगे. ड्राइवर लूंगा 15,000. So this is employability. They have a skill. I pay them and they do the job. क्या करना है उनको पता है, मेरे को पता है, and it's a demonstrable service. Now issue is, this is not how it works with the qualified youth, right? So when I'm looking at professionals, there are certain basic requirements as a qualified youth. What are those specific requirements? So what am I looking at from a qualified youth? Basic communication skills. He should be able to speak properly. He should be able to express his thoughts and opinions. Preferably in English. If you can't speak English, at least in your mother tongue, in your local language, in Hindi. But you should be coherent. You should sound intelligent. आपने मुंह खोला लेकिन बोलने के लिए कुछ है नहीं तो फिर फायदा क्या? So communication skill is not just lingual skill. It's ability to express yourself. Okay, written skills. आपको ड्राफ्टिंग करना आता है, कोई बोले मेल लिखो या फला बंदे को लेटर लिखना है, आप बना सकते हो. Those are basic skills. If you are a graduate, then I expect you to do. Computer skills. I'm saying आपका कोर्स खत्म हो गया, यूनिवर्सिटी खत्म हो गई, इंस्टीट्यूट खत्म हो गया, अभी बाहर जाके किसी को आपको पैसा देना है. Somebody has to give you money. Why? When would he give you money? That is what employability is. आज की तारीख में ऐसा है कि भैया कंप्यूटर के बगैर तो कुछ नहीं होता। आप मोबाइल पे खेलते रहो वो फायदा नहीं है, लेकिन कंप्यूटर पे बैठ के इंटेलिजेंट काम है करो, लेटर को ड्राफ्ट करके बताओ मेरे को, है ना, कोई पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन करो, एक्सेल के ऊपर डेटा क्रंचिंग करो। पर्टिकुलरली इन आवर काइंड ऑफ प्रोफेशन you should be able to do data crunching. That means you need to have good Excel skills, and these are skills which are very fine. It's like swimming, you know, saying मेरे पास 10 सर्टिफिकेट है सर, मैं बोलूं पानी में कूद जा तो नहीं सर, वो नहीं आता मेरे को। किया था एक बार वो एग्जाम के टाइम पे, मैं पानी में उतरा था, लेकिन मैं अभी प्रैक्टिस नहीं है ना। अरे स्विमिंग के लिए बुलाया ना, आप सर्टिफिकेट दिखा के बता क्या रहे हो आपको स्विमिंग आता है, तो सर्टिफिकेट बाजू में रखो, पानी में उतर जा। अभी पानी में कभी उतरे ही नहीं है और बोला नहीं मेरे को स्विमिंग आता है, क्यों? ये सर्टिफिकेट है, ये फला इंस्टीट्यूट का सर्टिफिकेट है, तो इंस्टीट्यूट का की क्रेडिट भी गिर जाती है, क्योंकि किसी को भी सर्टिफिकेट बांट देते हैं। तो ये हमारी इंस्टीट्यूट की आज की तारीख में हालत ये है। The issue is I'm working with you guys is because I'm saying the only way we can enhance the brand standing, the credibility of our institute by producing people who are employable, who can stand on their feet and make things happen. अगर हम पढ़त मूर्ख मतलब एजुकेटेड क्वालिफाइड इलिटरेट अगर हम इंडस्ट्री में भेजते रहेंगे तो हमारी इज्जत यही बनी रहेगी। So the idea is to educate them as to what are people looking. So one I said communication skills, second is the computer skills, third is skills. Are you able to work with people? Are you able to convince something, get some work done? आपको बोला कहाँ जाओ टैक्स रिटर्न्स फाइल करके आना, फला जगह पे जाना, ये काम करके आना। Can you get things done? Can you relate to people? And then general awareness, particularly of your field, क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है, अभी डीएसटी में क्या नया नोटिफिकेशन आया है, आईडी में क्या हो रहा है, डीटी का कौन सा ड्राफ्ट आया है, अभी ये साल में स्लैब्स क्या है, क्या एग्जैक्टली फाइनेंस एक्ट में क्या चेंज हुआ है। बेसिक थिंग्स है, आपको कोई सेक्शन वाइज पूछना नहीं है, लेकिन जनरल अवेयरनेस आपकी होनी चाहिए। एंड दी वर्किंग नॉलेज ऑफ योर ट्रेड। So if you say you're a cost accountant but you can't do bookkeeping, to me you are a fraud. आप अपनी इंस्टीट्यूट की इज्जत बर्बाद कर, because there can't be somebody calling himself accountant but not knowing bookkeeping. So basic आपकी जो प्रोफेशन की कॉम्पिटेंसी है वो तो आपको आनी चाहिए। अगर नहीं है तो आपको एक नहीं 10 सर्टिफिकेट भी मिलेंगे तो लोग आपकी इंस्टीट्यूट पे हंसेंगे। इंस्टीट्यूट की वजह से आपकी इज्जत नहीं बढ़ेगी, लेकिन आपकी वजह से इंस्टीट्यूट की इज्जत खत्म होगी। सो नाउ आउटसाइड ऑफ दिस आई एम सेइंग व्हाट एल्स आई एम लुकिंग फॉर व्हेन आई एम्प्लॉय समबडी, आई एम लुकिंग एट हिज लर्निंग appetite. अगर वो सीखना चाहता, is he wanting to know more things, is he asking right questions, is he making notes, is he repeating the same mistakes? So that's the learning appetite. What kind of energy he has, what kind of initiative he takes, does he ask for responsibilities, is he reliable, and does he have the basic work ethics? Not a big list, very very simple, हर किसी में है। हमको बचपन से जो माँ बाप ने पाल पोस पे बड़ा किया ना, बहुत सारी चीज इसके अंदर ऑलरेडी आ गई, but you don't know that this is the currency with which the other guy is measuring your usefulness, because he's going to put money on you. Issue is when somebody is paying you salary, he expects more than salary be returned by you. So आपके जो contribution का, आपके work का, it should be worthy at least so much. Only then somebody will. Yeah. So when you say, oh, you want a package not less than 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, so that means what? 50,000? 50,000 per month. If you want 50,000 per month, are you good at least as a data entry operator? आपने कभी किया नहीं है, आपको शर्म होनी चाहिए यार। आप बोलो कि मेरे को 6 लाख का पैकेज चाहिए, कहां से लाएगा वो पैसा? Even if he offers, he will kick you out in a month's time. He would say, कुछ नहीं आता यार, कहां से आ गया आप, ये सर्टिफिकेट चोरी करके ले आए क्या? So issue is with you, the credibility of entire brand, the credibility of entire institute is attached. All those people who are already in the industry, आप उनको शर्मिंदा कर रहे हो। इसके लिए जब भी आप देखेंगे कोई अपने नाम के सामने सीएमए लगाता तो मैं उनको पूछता हूँ कि भैया मेरे साथ अगर आपको नेटवर्क में रखना है तो आपने 3 साल पूरे किए हैं, आपने मेंबरशिप के लिए अप्लाई किया तो नाम के सामने सीएमए लगे, नहीं तो आप मेरे को नहीं चला रहे। यू हैव टू अर्न दिस। इंस्टीट्यूट ने नोटिफिकेशन दोबारा जारी किया, ये एक्ट में लिखा है, इंस्टीट्यूट ने दोबारा ये जारी किया। इशू इज जब आप सीए बनते हैं तो 3 साल की बाकायदा आर्टिकलशिप करने के बाद में आप एग्जाम में बैठ सकते। Now, if our institute was to make the same requirement, I don't think anybody would want to come to our course. So the institute has kind of given you a easy route, saying working class के भी लोग हैं जो already job कर रहे हैं. So how do we put them at par with? So they said, okay, you gather some experience, you pass out, we allow you to appear, but you will become member only after 3 years of experience. अभी आप जिस दिन पास हुए, you start shouting from the rooftop, I'm now CMA, I'm fine, that is okay. If you have taken 5 years to pass, you deserve that jubilation for a day, for a week, for a month. But when you go out on LinkedIn and start saying you are a CMA, you are bringing every other CMA down. So if you want to enhance the CMA brand, you have to exercise this self-respect. You have to say to yourself that look, it is for me. मैं पास हुआ हूं तो मैं बनूंगा, अभी टाइम है मेरे को, अभी ये सब सीखना। मैं आज की तारीख में सिर्फ एग्जाम पास हूं।
ये मैंने भी एक्सपीरियंस किया है और मैंने कुछ स्टूडेंट से भी सुना था कि अगर कुछ सीएमए स्टूडेंट जो पास आउट हो जाते हैं और जॉब में जाते हैं एंड दे आर नॉट एबल टू परफॉर्म देयर वर्क अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर डिग्री, तो वो पर्टिकुलर स्टूडेंट, वो पर्टिकुलर पास आउट जो इंसान इंडिविजुअल है उस पे नहीं होता है। लोग डायरेक्टली उस डिग्री को क्लेम करते हैं कि वो डिग्री ही कैसी है जहां पे ऐसे आउटपुट्स आ रहे हैं, इस तरह के काम हो रहे हैं कि वो दे नहीं पा रहे हैं अपने आउटपुट्स को, तो दे डायरेक्टली गोइंग टू ब्लेम द डिग्री, so and directly the institute is going to hamper their image and all those stuff. So I think this is our prime responsibility, that we must have to secure our own space of our being professionalism. तो वो आई थिंक होना चाहिए।
आपको ये क्वालिफिकेशन अर्न करना है। सिर्फ एग्जाम पास होने से आप सीएमए नहीं बनते हैं। आपको सीएमए क्या, कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग क्या होता है, मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग क्या होता है, वो आपको फील्ड में जाके देखना है। आई एम सो सॉरी दैट इंस्टीट्यूट probably doesn't come out in such a stark way to indoctrinate us. मैंने तो देखा नहीं, मेरी पहुंच सिर्फ पूना तक है, लेकिन मैंने इतने लोगों के साथ में ताल्लुक रखे हैं। I haven't seen anybody saying that institute did this to them, so therefore I'm generalizing. But this is what indoctrination is. My question, something that we floated on the group, is why did you join CA? Why are you in here? Do you know what this profession is? What does this guy do? Do you know whether you have the inclination? So we conducted a survey, and more often than not, people have written, I'm not going to give you exact numbers, but I'm saying about 45% of the members have written that कि भैया मेरे को 3 साल आर्टिकलशिप नहीं करनी थी, इसके लिए मैं सीए को गया नहीं, इसके लिए मैं सीए में पढ़ा। So this is a sorry.
Just few days before you have used this poll on your group, right?
Yes.
Even I have posted my answer on that poll.
Yes.
So you must say, almost that means almost 45% of the people over there in the member in the group have said this about 3 months of practical experience.
नहीं करना आपको, इसके लिए हम ये चीट वे है सीए नहीं बनने का, क्योंकि 3 साल कौन रगड़ते बैठेगा। Then there are quite a few who said CA is very tough, and therefore this is our backup. There are some people who are saying हम दोनों कर रहे हैं, जो भी होगा दोनों करना है, इसके लिए कर रहे हैं। There are few people who would have said I'm already in the job, so I cannot do articleship, which was the case with me also. Given the choice, I would have done chartered accountancy. Believe me. मेरे को बोले कि भैया 3 साल नहीं, कम से कम 2 साल तो आपको आर्टिकलशिप करनी पड़ेगी सीए के अंदर। So there are people who would have said that because we are already in the job, we couldn't have given up job, and therefore we couldn't have joined CA, इसके लिए हम CA। सो हम सीए के शैडो हैं, गलत कुछ नहीं है उसके अंदर. But issue is, do you understand what this profession is? Yesterday, I put something on the group saying that this is a specialization. The day this institute was formed, if you look at the bill which was put in the parliament in 1959, what did they say? General accountancy was not adequate to handle the specific requirement of cost accountancy. So therefore, CAs are general physicians, and these are heart surgeons and lung surgeons and so on. So these are specialists.
Okay.
It very clearly says that there can't be a cost accountant who cannot be already a chartered accountant, meaning he should be a financial accountant first. Without that, he cannot be a cost accountant. तो आप MBBS को छोड़ के तो डायरेक्ट MS तो नहीं कर सकते हो ना. लेकिन हमारे पास जो है, हम तो उसको कल्टी मार के कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट बन जाते हैं और कहते हैं हम कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट हैं. आपने कभी लेजर लिखा नहीं है, कभी आपने ट्रायल बैलेंस किया नहीं, कभी बैंक रिकंसिलिएशन किया नहीं, आप कैसे अकाउंटेंट फाइनेंस एंड अकाउंट डिपार्टमेंट में काम करोगे? आपका तो सुपरवाइजरी फंक्शन बनने वाला. यू बाय वर्च्यू ऑफ what it is, and that is why I came into this profession. The management accounting function, the cost accounting function, these are supervisory functions. These are one, I won't say about cost accountancy, but management accountancy is definitely, it's a management function. It's less of accountancy, more of management. But you need to be an accountant. If you have a marketing, MBA in marketing or MBA in finance from IIM, he is not expected to be an accountant because he's उसके नाम में ही नहीं है, उसने कभी किया ही नहीं, वो तो गप्पे मार रहा है, वो हवा में बात करे. When you're a management accountant, आप उसके लाइन में खड़े नहीं रह सकते. आपको अकाउंटेंसी आना जरूरी है, और बगैर अकाउंटेंसी के आपको मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटेंट नहीं कह सकते हैं, और आप फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटेंट के बाप होने का वहां पे ये नहीं कर सकते, आवाज नहीं लगा सकते. So you should be able to handle financial accounts first before you become management accountant.
Correct.
Now I'm just saying, what is cost accounting? Okay, for people, if I said majority of the people are here, oh yeah, sorry, in the survey there was a minority, about let's say 10% of the people who said they knew somebody who was a CMA. He told them that there is a good prospects and therefore we are here. Or they said that we liked what he was doing and therefore we came. I think one person said, because these are the options that I had provided. One person said, no, I always had a flair for numbers and therefore I chose CMA over CA. So there are people. There is somebody who said, I'm an engineer and therefore I wanted to be a CMA rather than a CA. So there are people, but they are in a small minority. The majority of these students have said that, look, वो CA की 3 साल की हमको आर्टिकलशिप नहीं करनी. अभी ये सबको पता है. I'm just putting numbers there, and these are not my guesstimates. We conducted a survey, so let's say 100, 200, 500 students, whosoever participated. I have not been chasing the statistics, so these are mota-moti numbers because I was busy with this preparation, so I have not really looked at numbers. I will do that statistical analysis and put on the group, so that हर किसी को transparent दिखे कि भैया हम लोग क्या कह रहे हैं, collectively हम लोग क्या कह रहे हैं. So if you say majority of the students come here not knowing what a cost accountant is expected to do, I'm saying, I'm now giving you an outside in perspective. To me, what does a cost accountant do? See, costs are incurred in a business, right? So if you're not seen a running business anytime, you cannot be a cost accountant. बुक पढ़ के आप कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग, तो आपको एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैसी होती है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का स्ट्रक्चर कैसे होता है, हाउ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर्ड, राइट, व्हाट आर द एक्टिविटीज अ फाइनेंस फंक्शन कैरीज आउट. आपको पता है क्या? आपने कभी फाइनेंस फंक्शन को लाइव देखा नहीं, तो आपको क्या पता होगा वो करते क्या क्या है. रिसीवेबल्स है, पेएबल्स है, टैक्स है, प्रोविडेंट फंड है, ग्रेच्युटी है, वो पेरोल है, फला ढिगना ट्रेजरी है, बहुत सारे काम रहते हैं फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट में. आपने कभी देखा ही नहीं है, और आप जाके कहो हम कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट हैं, मतलब हम सीए से बड़े हैं. बोलने के लिए तो कोई कुछ भी बोले. आपको आता क्या है? आपने देखा क्या है? तो ये जो हमने चीट वे दिया ना, 6 महीना 50 लाख कर दो, एक डमी सर्टिफिकेट भी दे दिए तो हो गया आपसे, निकल जाओ आप। कैंपस करा देते हैं, 18 लाख का पेमेंट मिला करके हम बता देते हैं लोगों दुनिया को। अरे उनको आता क्या है? These are the people, they are our brand ambassadors. We have to invest in them. If you want this profession to be recognized as a management function, वो CWA में से W को उल्टा करने से CMA नहीं बनते। एक पार्लियामेंट ने पास कर दिया ICWA के बदले ICMA कह देते हैं, तो मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटेंट नहीं बनते। मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटेंट क्या चीज होती है पता है क्या? So issue is that we have to raise our standards, we have to groom our students. So unless you have worked in a company, a live organization, you wouldn't know any of it. And if you don't know any of this and still call yourself a CMA, then you have a problem. It's not just about you, you are bringing the impression of the entire profession down.
Right.
तो ऐसा है कि सर्जन बनाते हैं ना, कोई हार्ट स्पेशलिस्ट बन गया, कोई ऑर्थोपेडिक बन गया, MBBS भी बनते हैं। तो ऐसा है कि आपको बुक में से पढ़ के बना दिए, आप MBBS भी बन गए और MS भी बन गए। अभी उसके पास जाके आप सर्जरी कराओगे? अपनी जान का सवाल है ना। तो MBBS बनने के लिए आपको एक कैडेवर देते हैं, एक डेड बॉडी देते हैं, 4-10 बच्चों के बीच में एक बॉडी देते हैं, उसके ऊपर काम करना होता है। जब उसके ऊपर काम करो तभी आपको वो कोई हॉस्पिटल में भेजा जाएगा, और कोई जो डॉक्टर है, सर्जन है, उसके पीछे आप खड़े रहेंगे वो क्या कर रहा है देखने के लिए ड्यूरिंग दी सर्जरी, राइट। सो ऐसे करते करते बड़े होंगे, फिर एक दिन आपको सुचर मारने देंगे, बोलेंगे भैया अभी इसको मैंने फाड़ दिया, इसका सब हो गया, अभी इसको स्टिचेस मारो और बंद कर दो, तो स्पेशलिस्ट निकल जाता है। तो आपको पहले सुचर्स मारने हैं। तो ऐसे करके सीखते हैं ना। So this is a professional qualification. Without a organization in front of you, you will not be able to learn anything about this profession. When you go there as a manager, because of your qualification, there are clerks under you who've been working there for 10 years and 20 years. So they know everything more than you know. वो आपके मजे ले रहे हैं। They are looking at you saying यार qualification लेके आया, इसको आता तो कुछ है नहीं। So they will fool you. I mean, I don't know in finance whether they do it or not, but in manufacturing में तो वर्कर लोग हमारी हालत लगा देते थे। इंजीनियर कोई आ गया ना, तो वर्कर उसकी परीक्षा लेगा शॉप फ्लोर के ऊपर। He will pose problems that he knows that he will not be able to solve and make a fool of him in front of everybody. That is how you earn a respect in a manufacturing situation. Okay. So what I'm saying is that there are people who know it. So before your qualification, if you have acquainted yourself with these kind of things, then you won't make a fool of yourself, right? You will bring so much more credibility to your qualification and your claim as a CA. तो ये सब आपके क्वालिफिकेशन के पहले होना है। अगर पहले नहीं है तो आप बड़े फिगर की अपेक्षा मत रखिए। वो भले 25,000 भी देता ना, 3 लाख भी देता, तो जाओ, because you guys don't know, you know, in SAP, I don't know, many of you would have tried, but in SAP, if you want to get training, you have to pay, let's say, 25,000, 50,000 per month. 2-3 महीने का कोर्स होता है, आपको देना, उसके बाद में एक एग्जाम हो जाती है, तो भी आपको कोई छुएगा। Then, for project experience, your training institute tells you कि आपको मेरे को 15,000 देने पड़ेंगे तभी कोई प्रोजेक्ट पे चिपकाऊंगा। So you have to pay him to get you hands-on experience. आपको वहां पे अनस्किल्ड लेबर दिया है, इसके लिए वो ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट को वो एजेंसी से 25,000 रुपया मिल रहा है। Actually, वो आपकी तनख्वाह है, it's your salary, but he's keeping. So he's getting 40,000 for giving you project experience, because without that you are not credible. You understand? So this is how the practical world works. You are supposed to have professional judgment. You're going to sign somewhere. You're going to authorize certain payments, right? You're going to have authority.
Correct.
You're going to be responsible for a commercial organization. You got to earn this. If you don't have the judgment, you don't qualify yourself calling a CM. So what you have to do is you need practical experience for that. Because this is what I have been telling the institute from 2014. I would have written to almost every single president since then. कि सर ये हमारे कोर्स की हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट के स्टडीज डिप्लॉय करने की प्रोसीजर में खामी है. This is the deficiency in the way we run this course. So kindly look at this. Let us do it. Let us do it. So I'm not saying this for the first time. I'm saying it first time for in public to the students directly.
I got cut in between. So how does the MIS look? क्या क्या होता है उसके अंदर? MIS मतलब क्या होता है? What is the difference between a manufacturing industry or manufacturing business? How does their MIS look versus how their costing practices are versus in a services industry? What are the BFSI, banking, finance, insurance and so on? These kind of businesses, how are they different? What do they do? Because they are also finance function. They also employ and will employ CMAs. Can you make out a difference between what is the operating income of a firm, what is the financial income, what is the investment income? These are different types of income. The way you have 3 types of cash flows, you have different types of incomes. Have you seen a costing P&L? Do you know how a costing P&L looks? Have you actually compared the costing P&L versus the financial P&L? So these are experiences that you ought to have before you get into any organization calling yourself a CM. This is what I believe. So these are the standards that we have to institute. That is why the institute is. If you look at the object of setting up this institute was to train prospective cost accountants. It was to regulate the field of cost accountancy.
So
how do you
one
do that?
question,
Sir? Yes.
So how do you think that this should come in our way to get ourselves into it? When we are in studying, so do you think that this must be put on in our course, or you think that while we are doing the orientation, it must be trained? Where it should be put on?
What I'm saying is that if not 3 years, you negotiate whatever number of years, but you can't make anybody CMA without practical experience. This is not bookish knowledge. This is not going to come in the exams. Like I said, it's swimming. आपको पानी में उतरना है, बैक स्ट्रोक, फ्री स्टाइल सब है, आपको करके बताना है, करके सीखोगे.
So you are suggesting that when we are in study, we have to get the practical experience as well in parallel way. That is what I'm saying.
Correct. Absolutely. It can't be.
We must not avoid this practical exposure of ourselves, जो कि हम लोग बहुत easily avoid कर देते हैं.
सही है. I'll put it in 2 parts. One is I'm saying as an institute we should be making this a regimen. That's one part. The second is the institute doesn't do it for its own reasons. It's not that I know this. Everybody running the institute knows these inadequacies. They don't want to do anything because all students will run away. Like I said, majority of the students are here because you're not making the articleship compulsory. The moment you make your articleship compulsory of as many years, students will go to CA course. And believe me, in 2014, I had presented this to the committee. 96% of the income comes from students. In that year, 96% of the income had come from students. Now imagine if the student number is half of what it is, what would happen to the... So ये जो सब बिल्डिंग बनी हैं, जो भी हमारे कॉस्ट कन्वेंशन होते हैं, जो भी हमारे ट्रैवल एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं, जो 1000 एम्प्लॉय बैठे हैं सब चैप्टर और HQ में, उनका पगार कौन देता? That is why we need students, right? These are expenses. हमारी भी तो कोई बैलेंस शीट है, हमारी भी कोई प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट है, तो इनकम तो होना चाहिए ना. इनकम कहां से आएगा? एक्सपेंसेस तो हमने बना के रखे हैं. Who will finance this? So that is why we need students. But what I'm saying is, once you take responsibility for a child who is, let's say, 20 years old, and I'm saying 12वीं के बाद में, after 12th standard, getting somebody into a professional course is suicidal for the profession, whether it is CA or ICW. आपने अभी तक बैंक में अकाउंट नहीं खोला है, आपको सेविंग अकाउंट और करंट अकाउंट में फर्क नहीं पता है, and then you are going to say, I am a chartered accountant, I am going to be a cost accountant. What? To compete with other courses and catching them young, you are saying जितने भी ज्यादा स्टूडेंट्स रहे उतनी हमारी आमदनी बनती रहेगी. But issue is that is not conducive to the profession. For the students also, but and also for the profession, because that is not the reason why you are set up. That is not the reason you are set up. Issue is they need to have general bearing in the commercial world outside before they come for such specialized professional courses. My daughter passed CA. She joined after 12th. So I'm talking about not just ICWA, I'm talking about CA Institute also. So the reasons why they do it is different, but what I'm saying is that is what affects our brand equity, brand standing in the market. You need to have, before you call yourself a cost accountant, you need to have advanced MS Excel expertise. आप SAP की बात छोड़ दो. You will not understand SAP. No course of SAP is useful unless you understand what are the basic business processes. चलता क्या है? These are not screens. These are not transaction codes. That is what they will teach you in those courses. But if you don't understand how a purchasing cycle works, how a sales cycle works, how the costing allocation cycle works, why it works like this, what is sales and operations planning, what is what is master production schedule, what is MRP. No, these are basic things of a SAP. Now, if you don't know any of this, and how would you know this? You would know this only if you work in a live company and company of a size. Now, you're saying 25 लाख का टर्नओवर होगा तो भी उसका सर्टिफिकेट ठप्पा मिले कि भैया आपको प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस है, चलो होगी. What are we doing? ये तो मेरे इधर पान पट्टी वाला उसका टर्नओवर 25 लाख का है, जेरोक्स वाला उसका टर्नओवर 25 लाख का है, उसके पास काम करके 50 लाख का, समझो वो they are not chartered accountant or CMAs of 25 lakhs. You are saying a service industry and whatever manufacturing industry. So पान पट्टी वाला तो MSME में आ गया, उसका 1 करोड़ का 50 लाख का उसका टर्नओवर हो गया, तो आप उसका वो दे सकता है आपको सर्टिफिकेट. क्या मजाक है? But issue is when the institute brought practical experience, they made it six months mandatory in 2012 because I joined then. They didn't know how to do this. So for 3 years they were running a web course called ICMAT. बोले कि आपको कहीं पे नहीं मिलेगा तो आप ये ICMAT कर दो, हम बोल देंगे कि आपको प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस है. Issue is a guy who goes there has to have worthiness of at least a clerk, a data entry operator. तभी इंडस्ट्री उसको खड़ा करेगी ना. So अगर मैं इसका जी कह रहा है
अगर इसका हाँ मैं कह रहा हूँ कि इसका मतलब अगर मैं इसको समझूं तो एक CMA स्टूडेंट में और एक क्वालिटी पास आउट CMA स्टूडेंट में अगर एक ब्रिज है तो प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस एक बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करता है. इवन इफ अगर इंस्टीट्यूट की अगर हम बात नहीं करें, मतलब इंस्टीट्यूट के अपने प्रोज एंड कॉन्स है, जो भी उसके रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस है फॉर प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस, irrespective of the rules of the institute what they have, we must have to focus on the practical experience of at least 2 to 3 years. मतलब अगर आप ग्रेजुएशन से अगर CA/CMA स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, then you must make sure कि you have some practical experiences. अगर आप कॉलेज के टाइम पे हैं तो you can have part times also, because कई जगह पे part times भी होते हैं. तो आई थिंक तो मतलब आपके कहने का है कि, और जो मुझे भी लग रहा है इसका मतलब ये जो ब्रिज है तैयार करने का एक क्वालिटी सीएमए में और स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में, तो आई थिंक प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस विल प्ले अ मेजर रोल एज अ ब्रिज टू connect these two things as a student, as a quality CMA.
Correct.
Right.
You're calling it a bridge. I'm saying that's a qualifying criteria. Exam is qualifying criteria, but the real qualifying criteria कि आपको स्विमिंग आता है, इसका मतलब आप पानी में तैर सकते हैं या नहीं. स्विमिंग के सर्टिफिकेट लेने से आप स्विमर नहीं बने हैं. मैं आपको ये फर्क बता दूं. आपको सर्टिफिकेट होना भी जरूरी है क्योंकि that's a qualifying criteria. Otherwise everybody would say कि मैं स्विम कर लेता हूं. ठीक है, तो आपको साइंटिफिकली कुछ सिखाया गया तो देयर इज सम कॉन्सेप्चुअल इनपुट, सो कोर्स इज अपनी जगह पे सही है. बट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज देयर वाज अ क्वेश्चन कि ये डमी वाले हैं तो हम डमी क्यों नहीं करें, डमी वालों को आगे जाके क्या तकलीफ होती है. द इशू इज दिस इज कॉल्ड इम्पोस्टर सिंड्रोम. मतलब आप फ्रॉड हैं, आपको पता है फ्रॉड है, लेकिन जिंदगी भर आप किसी को फेस करने में भागते रहेंगे क्योंकि आपको डर है कि पकड़े जाएंगे. आप समझे मेरी बात. तो इशू है यू अर्न दिस क्वालिफिकेशन ना, व्हाई डू यू मेक अ क्लेम व्हिच इज अनट्रू. सी आई विल टेल यू, every student passing from this institute, if he has this kind of a practical experience, will get a package of 5 to 6 lakhs. 100% guarantee. अगर उसको जॉब नहीं मिला तो मैं दिलवा दूंगा. But what I'm saying is he has to become worthy of that qualification in the first place, na? If you are namesake CMA, which is just a certificate, लेकिन आप कभी पानी में उतरे ही नहीं हो, so I cannot really say that I'm in the same league, and I'm not going to support those hollow claims. So ये imposter syndrome कहते हैं. ये imposter syndrome के साथ में आपको फिर रहना पड़ता है कि भैया किसी को पता नहीं लगे कि मेरे को ये नहीं आता, वो नहीं आता. Because you are going to have staff reporting into you, right? If you go somewhere as a manager, there are going to be people who are, let's say, just graduates, but they've been doing a job for 5 years, 10 years, and they are staff. They will be reporting into you. Now, if they understand that you don't know basic things, what is the kind of impression are you going to leave on them as boss? So you called it a bridge, rightly so, but I'm saying that's a acid test of you being a CMA, and therefore, even if institute does not impose that on you, if you are serious about making a career as a CMA, you cannot avoid having industry experience. Okay? तो मैं एडवांस एमएस एक्सेल के साथ में और एक बता रहा था कि एसएपी और इसके बीच में बेसिक आरडीबीएमएस है, मैक्रोज हैं, इसको सीख लो. एसएपी करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं क्योंकि एसएपी इज अ बिजनेस सॉफ्टवेयर. यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड बिजनेस बिफोर यू अंडरस्टैंड एसएपी. MS Excel is not a business software. RDBMS is not a business software. Macros, you can write small programs in Excel. You know, these are the brownie points that you will have when you go onto a job. I have known students who are not even qualified, but with simple Excel skills, they were placed as data entry operator, and within 3 months, they were elevated to 25,000 rupees salary because they were able to do wonders with Excel. इतनी काम की चीजें करते हैं क्योंकि सी ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड इन द इंडस्ट्री देयर आर सीनियर मैनेजर्स. I may be an exception. I'm 60, but I learned computers very, very early. But majority of the senior managers who are in their late 50s, they are not so proficient with computers. But they don't want anybody to know that they are not proficient. So they want assistance. So if you have good Excel skills, they will take you under their wings. They will make you do jobs for you, and that is how you will learn. They will start mentoring you. So this is a sneaky way of getting your mentoring. आपको बाकी कुछ पता नहीं, कम से कम इतना तो आना चाहिए, तभी आप इंडस्ट्री में जाके you will get somebody to sponsor your learning. Okay. Yesterday I put something on a group, and this is the excerpt of the parliamentary debate of 1959. Somebody in CA said कि हम आपके बाप लगते हैं, तो मैंने वो निकाल के बताया कि भैया देखो हमारी हालत आज की तारीख में आपसे नीचे की होगी, लेकिन ये हमने बनाई है, लेकिन ये सोच के नहीं बनाई थी. आपकी इनएडिक्वेसी की वजह से ये एक्स्ट्रा इंस्टीट्यूट बनाई गई है. तो ये है कि हर कोई कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट है, वो he is competent as a chartered accountant, but every chartered accountant cannot be competent as cost accountant. ये उन्होंने लिखा है। तो हमारी जो काबिलियत उसके अंदर